Some places call to you. Yemen was one of those places for me. It wasn't about resorts or tourist trails. It was about something real. I wanted to see the Yemen that existed beyond the headlines, the country of ancient cities and proud people. Here, history isn't just in museums, it's in the stones of the street, in the eyes of the people. I had $500 in my pocket. Not much, but enough to listen and understand. This journey was a leap of faith. The pull was stronger than the fear. I wanted to taste the food, smell the spices, and hear the real stories. I wanted to connect with the humanity of a place often misunderstood. It's easy to judge from a distance. It's much harder when you're sharing bread with someone. My idea was simple. Live like a local, stretch every dollar, eat where the truck drivers eat, sleep where the walls have seen 1,000 sunrises. This wasn't about luxury, it was about authenticity. Yemen is a land of poets and warriors, merchants and mystics. I wanted to walk in their footsteps, even for a short while. So I packed a small bag, a notebook, a camera, and an open mind. The most important thing I carried was a question. What is life really like here, beyond the politics and conflict? What does a father hope for his children? What makes old men laugh in a crowded market? These are the universal truths, the things that bind us together. In Yemen, I had a feeling those truths were waiting just below the surface. This was my chance to find them. Landing in Sana'a is like stepping into another time. The air is thin, dry, and carries the scent of dust and diesel. The airport is humble, but as you drive into the city, the magic begins. Gingerbread houses rise from the earth, their white-lined windows like lace against brown brick. These aren't just buildings, they're living sculptures, centuries old. My $500 felt heavy in my pocket. In New York, it would vanish in a day. Here, it was a lifeline. It meant weeks of living, eating, and exploring. I had to be smart, humble. No fancy hotels, no tourist traps. My budget forced me to engage with the city on its own terms. I found a small fondue, a traditional inn, deep in the old city. The owner, an old man with kind eyes, offered a simple room, a mattress on the floor, a window overlooking a courtyard. It was perfect, a front row seat to daily life. I could hear the call to prayer, the laughter of children. My first night was spent just listening, the city's symphony of mopeds, merchants, and distant hammers. The $500 wasn't a limitation, it was liberation. It freed me from the bubble that separates travelers from the places they visit. It forced me to be a participant, not just an observer. I was really here, and the journey had just begun. The heart of any Yemeni city is the souk, the market. Souk al-Mil in Sana'a is one of the oldest in the world. To walk through it is to walk through history. Each section has its own identity, its own smell, its own sound. The spice market is a kaleidoscope of color and aroma: turmeric, cumin, saffron. You can feel the history of the spice trade in every breath. I learned to navigate the souk by following locals, watching where they bought their bread. Breakfast was full madames, fava beans mashed with garlic, lemon, and spices, served with fresh bread. It costs next to nothing, but it fills you up. It's the taste of the morning for thousands. Getting around is an adventure. Shared taxis, small buses, squeezing in with strangers. There's an unspoken courtesy. People make room, share space. For a few cents, you can cross the city. These rides became my classroom. I watched the city unfold through dusty windows. Evenings are for caught, but before that, there's dinner. I found a place serving salta, the national dish, a bubbling stew of meat, vegetables, and fenugreek. You scoop it up with bread. It's communal, nourishing, real. Eating this way, on a plastic stool in a crowded room, I felt more connected than I ever could in a fancy restaurant. This was the true taste of Yemen. In Yemen, some traditions are sacred. The jambiya, a curved dagger worn by most Yemeni men, is one of them. To outsiders, it might look like a weapon, but it's a symbol of manhood, honor, and social status. It represents a man's duty to protect his family and tribe. It's a piece of his identity. The jambiya is rarely drawn in anger. Its purpose is ceremonial, part of traditional dress at weddings, funerals, and gatherings. The hilt is the most important part. Older ones, made from rhino horn, are priceless heirlooms. Asking about a man's jambiya is delicate, like asking about a family secret. I was invited for tea by a shopkeeper. He showed me his grandfather's jambia, the craftsmanship on the hilt, the connection to his ancestors. It was not a weapon, he said. It was his history. The jambia is a window into the Yemeni soul, a link to the past, a statement of identity. Understanding it means looking past the blade, seeing the man behind it, and respecting traditions not meant for everyone to understand. The real treasure of Yemen is its people. In a small tea shop, I met Ahmed, a retired builder. His hands were gnarled, his pride in his work clear. He showed me through gestures how the beautiful houses were built, how gypsum was mixed, how bricks were laid. He invited me to his home, where his wife served spiced coffee and his grandchildren played at our feet. For a moment, I wasn't a traveler. I was a guest. In the market, I met a woman selling jewelry, her eyes alive with pride as she described patterns passed down through generations. She wasn't just selling jewelry. She was selling pieces of her story, supporting her family. These moments, sharing tea, a meal, a smile, are what travel is all about. They break down walls between cultures and remind you that, behind the headlines, we are all just people. Life in Yemen is not easy. The signs of struggle are everywhere: crumbling infrastructure, long lines for fuel. But what you also feel is resilience, a spirit that refuses to be broken. The people of Yemen are survivors, finding joy in small things. Children play soccer in rubble-strewn lots, their laughter infectious. Women gather for tea, creating spaces of community and support. I spoke to a young man studying to be an engineer. His university was often closed, but he smiled. We are Yemenis. We are strong. We will find a way. That stubborn optimism is everywhere, a belief in a better future, no matter how distant. This is the paradox of Yemen: profound beauty and profound struggle intertwined. The warmth of the people is made warmer by the harshness of their reality. The real story of Yemen is the story of its people's unbreakable spirit. My time in Yemen was ending. The $500 was almost gone, but what I gained was priceless. On my last night, Ahmed's family invited me for a farewell dinner. We sat on cushions, eating rice and chicken from a communal platter, a meal seasoned with friendship. We talked about families, hopes, dreams, the things that connect us all. In that room, there was no east or west, just people, sharing a meal, sharing a moment. This was the reason I came to Yemen, to find common ground, to see the world through someone else's eyes. Leaving was hard. Yemen gets under your skin. It changes you. It teaches you that hospitality isn't about what you have, but what you give. Dignity isn't about wealth, but how you carry yourself in adversity. Yemen is a tough teacher, but a good one. Its lessons are written in ancient stones and in the smiles of its people. The world is not as scary as they say. It's filled with good people, just trying to live their lives. All you have to do is be open, be curious, be kind. The greatest discoveries aren't on any map. They're in the connections you make, the stories you share. That's the real journey. Thank you for watching.